You look at the nails. It's Friday, guy.
Can we have music?
It's Friday.
Are we copyrights now?
We should have had Chitta here playing.
Yo, some of the ticks.
We should have had Chitta just here like request. And now
With
for
a- with a
now
aux-
for a
with
now,
an aux cable.
Yeah. Now for a word from our sponsors.
Sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
No,
you
tell us when we
are-
start.
yeah,
And you're like, it is.
Have you started filming it? So
Have you?
Have you? So it'll be a must, right? Because a lot of people are going to say, this is either going to be the worst idea you've had, it's going to be the best idea you've had. So to start off, we're going to have a shot at tequila. So you don't even, just because you think you're working behind the camera.
Yeah, Kanye said you have to have one of them.
Yeah, you have to have one
Yeah,
of
yeah. No, that sounds good.
Well, everybody has to have. The rule is.
Yeah, everybody has to have. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no lemon and no salt, yeah? We're not have canteen tequila.
Got that limes at home. Oh, it's heavy.
Don't worry, we'll drink from the bottle.
Let's go with friendly.
We'll drink.
Or to think that we were drinking out of teacups at one stage.
And the special cups. Oh, guy, it was the worst.
Here we go. I hope you put this in the actual.
Yeah, come on, guys.
First, I'll have one after.
Okay,
No,
cool.
you.
Jay,
Okay.
I want to get up because I might knock this thing. Cheers. Thanks for having us. This is
That's too bad idea.
Cheers.
CRRC.
Whew. Wow.
Juneberry slaps, eh?
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, please also shout out Drew at the end.
Yeah.
Shout out Andrew.
True.
Yeah.
My man.
I must have not got the case that he was supposed to drop off at my house.
Wow.
Okay.
Violent start to
Okay.
the podcast, but okay, we move.
So I guess that's the start of it. Can I please ask everyone just to put their phone on flight mode?
I actually did that actually.
We
I
don't
was
want
going to
any
ask you.
interruptions. This is some serious business over here.
I have no data.
So, welcome to CRRC, otherwise known as Cool Runnings Recreational Club, takeover of the running podcast. If you don't know who we are a drinking crew with a running problem. Very evident, as we can see here today. I'm Heine, crew captain, and along with me is my two co-founders and exco members, Jason.
So
Who
professional.
is, Jason's our
I like
CEO,
this.
who, if you don't know who that means, he's our Chief Entertainment Officer.
Yeah, I'm thinking about I've been playing around with changing the title because it's misleading. So I'm thinking of changing up to CX Director to make sure consumer experiences is way better.
Yeah.
So we'll play around with that for a bit. But yeah, 1/3 of a very dynamic duo, and I don't know about us taking
Is it
over
yours?
so much.
Two.
I don't know.
Trio.
That's what I meant.
Trio.
Okay, yeah, got you.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Terrific trio.
Can I
We'll
just
cut
say,
that out.
Yeah.
that's a fine right there.
That's-
It's gonna.
yeah, it's
We didn't come here to drink on camera. I'm just saying like.
Yeah, cheers, Jay.
We don't need a camera for that.
Okay.
Just to ease the nerves, you know.
As we were.
I'm gonna deep.
Oh, and over to Makes, otherwise known as Mo Weber,
Yeah.
to the crew.
So what do
yeah.
I do? I don't do much though. I run my mouth. Don't run as much. No, I'm kidding. I just take care of everything else that just fits in the gaps. So it's wild to think that we're sitting here. How many years has it been now?
Yeah.
Well, we're season 8, eh? So 2015.
Season eight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's wild to think that you sit here now with these two guys and think to yourself, listen here, who would have thought we'd be sitting here with all of this and all of you? But yeah,
I would have thought I'd still be friends with you guys. I'm like,
yeah, so true. So yeah, it's great. Thanks for having us. I see Jay's putting out something.
no.
Oh,
So I figured. So I mean, I was just thinking about when we Heidi told us about the invite
Yeah.
for the crew takeover. I don't think we've ever needed an invite to take over. So at some point in the time, we would have come and fucked this whole podcast up anyway.
Yeah,
So it's nice to get
and
an invitation.
even if we didn't get invited,
Yeah.
we'd have been like, how's everybody must love heels? Everybody's on this podcast except us.
It
But
could-
okay.
It must have been rigged.
Yeah,
Before us, actually, and also before us. But that's fine. I mean, you've left the fun people for last, and we've all seen their podcast, so we'll be happy to be here now.
Yeah. Thanks for having us last. Yeah.
So you talk about, it's actually still got dirt from it when I fell.
Yeah.
You talk about season 8, and I brought T-shirts that have kind of told the story of how we've started and all the stupid ideas that I've had and Heine's had along the way, and this is how bad our t-shirts were. Shout out to, I'm going to cover that sponsorship over there.
Yeah. It's not a plug by any chance. There's no plugs
But,
here. Not at all.
I mean, we've come a long way from a little embroidery badge on the top
Oh, 4
right-hand
letters.
side.
Yeah.
4 letters.
Yeah.
But yeah, season 8 years later, still enjoying being out with you guys, still enjoying talking a lot of cock. And along the way,
Meeting
I don't
people.
run. I still don't know why you guys keep me around because I don't run.
So Jason, some people don't
Always ask.
Yeah, they always ask, does he ever run? So Jason formerly identified as a runner,
Former runner.
former runner, and he's got the medals to prove it. And he's also one of those guys that when he does decide to do a race, he does not prepare for it.
And he's done it a few times.
And he's done it a few times. And we're not talking about a park run over here, guys.
Yeah.
We're talking about some
25K trails.
25K trails, some half
Yeah,
marathons.
if they had.
Yeah, but he brings the
couple
kids,
of,
brings the vibes.
A couple
So
of Cape Town cycle tours also on.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
I'll never do that again also. Took the maximum time.
Yeah.
I didn't know they gave you 7 hours to finish a August cycle tour.
But now we know.
Now I do know. Now I know.
Yeah.
and I think that's a perfect opportunity. Sort of links to the cycling part now alludes to why we are known as a recreational club. So what's in a name? So Cool Runnings, your play of the words. Obviously we started through running. We thought we were pretty cool, So and obviously play on the movie and just like sort of underdogs and guys doing something that was unfamiliar to them, and then venturing into a new sport that they haven't done before. And that was us pretty much. Majority of the original crew, we were 10 members. We were all former soccer players to an extent. And that's part of the reason why we kind of sort of formed, through friendships, a group of 10. And then a recreational club to an extent that we didn't see ourselves as a pure running
Running
club.
club.
Yeah, we still don't see ourselves as a pure running club. Jay mentioned cycling. There's quite a few of the boys that played a bit of golf and all this kind of thing. So we're all about the recreation and about not being put into a box, and hence not having a running club in our name. And I think, like I mentioned, we all, like most South Africans and most people, from our community and upbringing point of view, played team sports. And with getting older and not having those team sports as you would have had like in school, it's the banter you miss, right?
Yeah.
It's not so much the
camaraderie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You don't miss preseason, you don't miss doing that bleep test, and sit ups and all those kind of things.
You
But
must just the game day.
you miss the game day. You miss your mate chirping you about
everything else, but
you-
the training.
but the training and the football or the sport that you're sort of playing, and that's how the crew sort of formed. Finding a space where we could exercise together, but more importantly, we could socialize together with like-minded
Yeah.
people.
And
have
it was also a good way to get out of the house under the ruse of we're going for a run.
And yeah, we're gonna do some exercise.
We're going to do some exercise, but I mean the run was basically 25 or 30 minutes, and we spent 4 hours at the bar.
Oh, so.
So
where
yeah.
the real work actually takes place is the after
But it's funny that you say like we wanted to challenge one another to do things, and it's like now with Cape Town Marathon, I'll never forget my first marathon ever. Jesus, sorry, Dad, you're gonna watch this. Is that
Sorry, Trevor.
I came back from holiday. I was on holiday. I was overseas. I was there for like 5 weeks, and it was,
If you didn't know, he has money.
Yeah.
This is what he's alluding to
so,
now.
and it was, I came back, holiday, carrying a holiday weight, so forth. And this guy, and he says to me, Mark, he's going to do it was your first one, that's all.
first
It was his
marathon,
first marathon. He says, listen here, it's exactly 12 weeks to the day. Do I mind doing the training with him for the marathon? I was like, H, if I'm going to do the training with you, I might as well just do my first one. And I think that's what the group was about. I'll tell you now, that first marathon was an absolute, oh God. I think the first 30 Ks was faster than the last 12 Ks of mine. I think my parents thought I was dead along the way, along the side of the road. But I think that's the thing about Cape Town Marathon, is like, it always brings, I don't think I'll ever not do it. I think one day if my legs break, there's a chance that I might not do it. But I think it's something that a lot of us all have in common about going there and doing it and just One day.
Except me.
One day.
Nah.
It's not never. You'll never like do it. And
No,
I
that's
think,
I think
and I
that.
think it's the perfect opportunity to maybe say that.
No,
maybe
no, we're not
next
trying.
year,
No, we're
Jay.
not being
I mean,
baited. We're not. I'm not here for that. I'm an adult now, so I don't buy into peer pressure.
But what Jay does do, listen here, if anybody's ever supported or having to bring gears to any sort of race, you know how tough it is. I did it. What did I do? I did it 1 year, and I saw it myself. I'd rather run a marathon than be in charge of the cheer zone. Jay does it every year.
That's hard work, guy.
No,
That's hard
listen,
work.
I don't disagree with you.
I have to buy poppers and carry fucking tents and make sure the beer is cold.
Can we just let the audience know when he says poppers, he means confetti
Yes.
poppers? Like,
No.
I'm just,
Yeah,
Put a
yeah.
disclaimer there,
Yeah.
guys.
We don't need
Parental
those
guidance
drugs.
over these
We
are
don't need those
confetti
drugs.
poppers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even
Get the
think about
flame,
that.
maybe
It's-
we're running a marathon, but not poppers that you
Yeah,
think.
I didn't
yeah.
even know that's a thing. Like, what is popper? Like, I didn't know what is that.
I don't know.
I need to
Moving,
do
moving, moving along swiftly.
Swiftly, quickly.
Anyway, so look, I think the one thing I think about when I think about running, the Cape Town Marathon always comes to mind, and I think to see like the different stages of how you guys have prepared for it and how we all started from literally just taking the piss.
Yeah.
Like a couple of friends, a couple of fat friends just sitting around and having like really awesome times every time we went out, and regretting it the next day. To being,
I think we regretted the run the next day.
yeah, I mean, but you know what? So the run was never a thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't particularly like running. I would rather get kicked in the face than go for a run.
Yeah, we know
But
this.
the reality is that when you wake up and you know you've got the accountability of somebody waiting for you, and
Yeah.
then when you run and you've gotten through 18 Ks by 8:30 the morning, there's like a major sense of achievement. Just to
Yeah.
go like, geez, we just finished 18 Ks. I've had a cup of coffee. I've had 2 croissants. And like, what are we going to do now? Like, okay, cool, I'm going to clean the pool or like, you know, what? And to see how you guys have started from 5 and 10 and 15, and then getting that first marathon out the way. Like, it does inspire you to go like, I can do this, guy. Like, and then you see you unfinished, like when you finish,
Yes.
and I go, nah, it's okay. Nah.
It's okay.
Like, because you hurt. Like, it's not easy. And anybody that does a marathon, like, I have the utmost respect for. And I think the biggest thing for me is that it's not even so much about the time, right?
Yeah.
It's the fact that you've made a commitment to get out every day, regardless of your work situation, your home situation, the weather. You've gotten out every day to make sure you've done the work, to put yourself in a position to finish.
True.
That is like, that for me is the remarkable bit. Like, whether you're chasing a time, that's a personal journey, right? But you've put yourself in a position, and you see it then, you see it like a day state. I see it because you guys are running. But I see,
Yeah.
like, how are you coming past in 2 hours? Like,
Yeah,
Jesus,
why?
you weigh nothing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Trevor. Like, you see people flying past, and then you see, you guys come past, and there's vibes, and you see like all shapes and all sizes, and you see people that are moody, that really you shout for them, and they just
that's
really
the
don't.
thing, though. I think
But
with-
that's what Cape Town Marathon's about. It's everything. Like, it's this. Like, it's so much emotion.
Yeah.
But I think also like on that topic, I mean, Mark's mentioned of our first marathon that we did together, right? So it was the first one I think that Cape Town Marathon actually had the gold status.
Yeah.
We went
And
to
it's when
Pardon
the old-
Island.
We went. That's exactly what I was
Through
alluding
hell.
to. We went to Pardon Island. Now, if anyone has run that race, that specific Cape Town Marathon,
They will-
Pardon Island was like the Sahara Desert. There was not a water or
I
aid
think
station.
there was more water in the Sahara Desert that day than there was in.
It was hot as
In-
hell.
yeah.
It was the sun was reflecting off.
I'm
Just
just
saying,
trying to
say,
know
the
your-
sun was
Yeah, sorry.
reflecting off the factory roofs.
Yeah.
It was hot. It felt like hell. I hit the proverbial wall at 33 k's.
He's
and
lying though. He doesn't need the wall. I've
I,
run with this
and,
man a
I,
million
and, I,
times.
and I managed and I basically managed myself to get to the finish line.
Yeah.
And to prove that I hit the wall that Mark claims I did not, he was also witness to the fact when I got to the finish line,
True.
I was so chuffed with my first marathon and being, as his dad told me, so then you part of that 1% of the world population has actually done a marathon. I thought, let me down a beer. Great idea after doing your first marathon that you died from 33 Ks. I downed a beer, and 5 seconds later, I was around the corner picking up that beer again. Could not drive home.
Okay, I'll give him that. It was the first time I've ever seen him broken like that because I had to drive him home.
I was absolutely
I was like, wow, what is that?
dehydrated, broken.
Were you saved?
No, it was my first marathon. eh?
One beer.
Guy,
That's
guy,
it.
But
guy,
let,
it was
let,
hot.
let, let it be, let it be
I don't
told.
care about the
Let,
42Ks.
let it be
No.
told. I did not.
I don't
I did
care
not
about-
suffer that way again. I
personally,
learned my
don't
lesson.
care
I learned
about
my
your
lesson.
42 Ks. One beer.
You know,
One beer.
it takes an athlete, right? It takes an athlete.
That's a strong term, athlete. One beer.
With one beer. So
But,
yeah,
but I think also like what Jason alluded to, I think in terms of like Cape Town Marathon and looking at not just the evolution of our crew.
yeah.
Because within our crew, I think Mark and I were the first guys to run the
Yeah,
marathon.
you guys
and
opened that
then
door.
a few others came. You know, we started off as 2, and then it was 4, I think, and 5 the following year. And so we grew. I mean, we mentioned now we're going to have 25 guys running the marathon this year from our crew, you know, which is, if you told
Guys
them,
and ladies.
guys and ladies, yeah.
Yes.
And
Well,
if,
but whatever-
Ladies are welcome. It used to
Whatever
be-
you identify.
Yeah.
So
I'm just like, it's 2023.
this is coming.
guys.
This is coming from a lesbian himself. So
Yes,
you're like,
yeah.
yeah. So I don't want to say like we're 25. We're 25 that are running the marathon this year, and to see the evolution of the crew and also the runners within the crew that have
Yeah.
started from the get go. It's been amazing. You know, it's. You know, if you told us a few years ago that we would be where we are now, to have the partnerships that we've been lucky to have
Yeah.
with the brands
Jeez.
that we have had, to build the friendships that we have had, you know, and to see the running community within Cape Town thrive as much as it has now. And for us,
And I think
and I'm gonna blow smoke up our backside.
Please do.
To say that we have been part of the driving force of that running community
Yeah.
within Cape Town. It's been awesome, you know. And I think Cape Town Marathon next weekend, I think, will just be the cherry on the top
For another
again.
great-
For you know.
And
I
I
hope
think
they watch this.
yeah, okay, imagine.
Yes, the
Guys are busy, guys. Guys are busy. But for me, it's a thing about running, right? You know, we started off running for fitness or for vain reasons to lose weight. I couldn't fit in this pants. You know, that kind of thing.
Wait, you say that you got to see the before.
Yeah,
You've got to
the
see
glow
the-
up was great. I feel
There's
like-
a photo of Mark doing the 10K peace run, which is Sanlam's.
If you-
which is a curtain raiser to the marathon.
a curtain raiser.
We
Mark was full of figure. Mark.
yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
chunky is an understatement. But we can say this because I love him.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
we got love.
Not like
But I think that's the thing that
when you take an hour for a park run. guys. A park run.
guy, don't lie. It was 45 minutes. It was 45 minutes. Okay,
Park
and it's
run.
one of the toughest park runs that used to be.
And you wore a wetsuit.
Yeah, but I looked like I was wearing a wetsuit with sweat. But I think that's the thing about running now is that if I look at the community, as I call my community, as my friends, if I compare it 8 years ago to when we
100%.
started, it is yes, we were 10 guys on the prom, talking a lot of crap, and then we started a crew. But I think, like Heine said, it's like we had this thing of building a community of like-minded people.
Yeah.
And like now, the buzzword, community. That was our thing. It wasn't about...
It wasn't about running.
It wasn't about running. It was about just meeting people,
Yeah.
getting people together. I mean, if you've been to a draft, I mean,
Yeah.
you all
Guys.
know, listen, you come in there for
You
a
know,
drink instead of the 5K. You're doing the 5K so that you can drink. I think
Yeah.
that's what it's about. But like Jay was like, like you were saying now about like seeing people progress. And I think that's the nice thing about the marathon though, right? Is
Yeah.
that you see the progression. And I think people always like, the runners will be like, oh, I can't do it. I say, guy, if you must see where I'm standing and I'm looking at you and I'm watching you, I see your progression, and they're like, "Oh, I can't do it." I said, "Guy,
No.
you will."
But
you
I
will
think
get there."
that's the one nice thing of just like our crew for one, but also many other crews is that the belief that people have in each other, right? That there's somebody actually has belief in you and your ability, having seen you, and they
Yeah.
say like you should. I mean, if I think of like last year, there were a few girls in our crew that have
Yeah.
never done a marathon. And then we kind of like, said, come on, we're gonna train anyway for it. You might as well jump on board.
Yes.
You've done a 21K, you need to challenge yourself a bit more. And they've
Yeah.
actually did their first marathon, and then subsequently have done a few more marathons since then. But as having someone, whether it's at work or whether it's at home or whether it's like at your running crew,
Yeah.
having someone believe in you,
Yeah.
because let's be honest, we are our worst critics, right?
True.
So if you told me when we started this crew 8 years ago that I'll be running an ultra marathon, I would have told you, what are you smoking? You know what I'm saying? Like, pour yourself another tequila. Yeah.
And
That's
on that note-
that is
on that note-
that is a fine.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but to see how many other guys have done ultra marathons, and guys are talking about doing a 100K race. that I'm considering doing comrades next year, for instance.
But even like what you talking
I
about,
got
like,
Dibs on the road support though, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
that's
there.
just, you just want a weekend away in Durban.
Fuck,
That's
Who wants a weekend away in Durban?
Durban of all places,
places.
guy. It's like you say Mauritius is a different story.
Yeah.
Durban.
well, it's the African Mauritius apparently. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, guy, come on.
But that point is that it's belief, right? So, and that people are there. And to Jason's point about accountability, knowing that if we're running 5:30 tomorrow morning or 6 o'clock tomorrow
Yeah.
morning, there are other guys there that
You
are
don't
there
let
to
them
lift
down.
you. There's a saying that said, no man is an island, right? So none of us, when we finish that race next weekend or any other race, none of us have gotten there alone. Right? You stand on the shoulders of others.
True.
Right? There are people there that have pushed you. There's guys in our crew that we've run our prom boys club on a Tuesday, training for Cape Town Marathon. They've reached a PB and they suddenly thought like, shit, this is possible, right? I mean, I've never thought it's possible.
But you know what the thing is also like around all of this, and I mean I think like I'm on the outskirts side.
Yeah.
Like I have a lot of cock ideas. Like I will sign up for a race and not train because it's just that like that accountability of the hurt that like constantly, right?
But I think with
everything-
you though, like
I'm an ultra athlete guy.
yeah.
Like I'm
but with
ultra
you,
athlete.
I think it's a thing of like you enjoy the community. And
No,
you- and-
100%.
And you
but
enjoy the
that's-
chaos.
Yeah,
You
so
enjoy
that's
the,
what I love. Like,
Yeah.
like on oceans when you run oceans, it's the fact that you're running past an 80-year-old man or
Yeah.
80-year-old man is running past you, and he taps you on your bum, going,
in your case,
"Let's go, boy."
Let's go. Yeah.
I'm like, look at this.
Yeah. Like why?
You have
No
to
paw,
do this.
no paw.
Pa, I'm single. You're
Pa,
making me look
no
bad
pa,
here.
No, pa. I'm out here trying to talk to Tracy, and you cupping me. No, pa. But that's the thing. So I think when you look at the overall thing, right?
Yeah.
It's a true story. I'm still going to tell you. When the 84-year-old man comes past you,
That'll teach you to drink some amount of vodka and
you're 1880.
in the
Yes,
parking
sis,
lot
what a-
before the run.
No, that was after the
was
run.
after the run.
Best is tell you that story.
But on that point again, I think one thing that we've remained true about, we've been authentic, right? I
Yeah.
mean, it's we're not just putting up the Jack Black beers with the Cabrito tequila. Shameless plug, by the way.
Yeah.
Cabrito tequila.
Yeah.
we don't
And we are
see you
grateful
at
for the partners we have, but we because this is who we are, right? We are your black reason, your typical South African. I think we're a sports crazy country. We do enjoy a beer.
And a tequila.
And a tequila.
And Jägermeister.
Yeah, Jägermeister in Jason's point. But my point is
why,
that like we work hard, we play hard,
Yeah.
and I think we as a crew, and it's part of the reason why we are a crew as opposed to a running club, your purists, is that we don't want to be fit. Well, we don't want to fit into a box or be your stereotypical runner. We
And the
are.
kit is cuck.
This is who we are.
Yeah.
The kit is cuck. Like
And
it's
merch,
really-
merch is important. You gotta
Yeah,
look good, right?
merciful.
You know what I'm saying?
I
No,
can't.
I can't run in a vest.
Have you seen my arms, guy?
No, guy.
Guy, look at this chicken. I mean,
Yes.
but it's like you were saying now, right? Like you say about the community. It's like when did we have a meeting? Was it Monday?
I can't remember.
No, Tuesday.
Tuesday. We met up, and my first thing was like, and yes, I'm going for a time at Cape Town Marathon, but my first thing was like, okay, I can't be.
So just for on that note, you threw it out there.
Yeah,
For
no,
the
you're
audience,
accountable. Are you
Mark,
accountable?
please tell everyone what is your time.
What
you're
you time,
aiming
and
for.
we'll come back.
So we will
So
come,
you having
we'll
us
come back to
back
that
with our-
time after the race.
We're coming
Mark,
back.
Mark, let's
Just
put it
let
out
you know
there.
now.
Manifest it.
3:30.
No, guy. Listen, here, my coach messed up my training, so in theory I should, but no.
No, but you're gonna say something now. You're gonna
3:57. I'm going for sub
4.
Sub 4.
Sub 4.
So when it's 3:59, 59, I'm there.
3:57.
And
So
Dad, I'm a pastor son, by the way. Dad, please just pray for me. I've done the training. I've put in the work.
But you know what? So,
But I think
finish.
it's like my first thing to Heine was on Tuesday. Where's the cheer zone going to be?
33 Ks.
Yeah, because I want to finish my marathon and try to get there as quickly as possible. Because the thing is like the community, the guys you run with, the guys you train with week in, week out at full send, you want to see them come through. You want to see them achieve their goals. And I think it's like, that's what it's about for me. I mean, listen here. Do I want to get my sub 4? Yes. If I don't get it, it's going to be another marathon. But I want to be able to cheer everybody else on as they come through. I mean, last year I couldn't do it because I was messed. But I think this year it's something that I want to do, you know. I don't know. It's
What,
like
cheer?
no after my run. Because,
Guy, cheering is not for fucking anybody, guy.
Guy.
Anybody can
I
run a
did
marathon.
cheer.
Anybody can run a marathon.
Not anyone can
Anybody,
cheer.
not
You know what I'm
anybody
saying?
can
See,
cheer.
I saw my.
You know why there's only 5 people that
Having
come
a
to
beer
cheer
at 8
zone?
o'clock in the
And
morning
carrying a fucking
and still
gazebo.
be able to stand at 12
2
o'clock.
cases, 2 ice buckets that Jack Black, by the way, guys, just, you could make that fucking ice buckets a little bit lighter. I'm just saying. It's a dope ice bucket, but
We love it.
fucking hell.
We love the beer. Yeah.
2 ice buckets alone. There's a reason why only 4 people rock up in the morning.
Guy
Yeah,
and son.
exactly. No, cheer zone's not for anybody, guy.
Yeah.
Anybody can run a marathon.
No, but
Anybody
I
can
think
run a
Cape
marathon.
Town Marathon, like, you know, and again to the community part, is that there's so much hype. And like, if
Yeah.
you guys don't know what's happening in the race week, just check out the socials of all the running crews.
Yeah.
We've got a kick-ass week planned.
Yeah.
Starting with Wednesday, we've got a run with Saucony. We're doing a
store.
shakeout run.
The run store.
One of our crew members, DJ Chad Chitter,
Chitter.
otherwise known as
Shoulders.
DJ
DJ Shoulders.
DJ Shoulders.
DJ Shoulders.
I cannot use the word skullers. I
DJ
can't,
Scowers,
guy.
we'll be like
Why?
on the decks. So like you know, we're gonna kick off the week with a party. We're gonna end the week off with a party hosted by the 9-4 and stuff. So it's community, right? So
Yeah.
if everyone's supporting everyone else, we've supported each other all the way up to this point. We're gonna continue supporting each other up to race point. And then come race weekend, it's just the cherry in the top for the
Yeah.
last 12 weeks or 30
12
weeks of
weeks.
work.
Yeah.
It's hard work. I mean, and that's the thing, right? I mean, for 12 weeks, everybody's committed. And I think, like, when you see the posts, like, you know, later the Sunday or on Monday, and people have rocked up at 6 o'clock in the dark and it's raining.
Yeah.
And you think, okay, cool, there'll be 5 people, like 6 people. But you have to go ahead because you've made a commitment. And there's like 25 or 30 people that have come out, like
True.
all shapes and sizes. Like, that's dope. Like, that's cool. And when I think about the authenticity in terms of what we've been trying to do, and why why we don't wear vests because it's cack. But in terms of the crew culture and why we've made authentic, our whole thing was always about, if you can move, you can run.
Yeah.
Like, it was never about shaming somebody.
It's never how fast or
It
how
was never
slow
fast,
you were.
right? If you can move, if you
Spaces for all
can
paces.
waddle,
Yeah.
if you can move, we're gonna walk with you. And I think that's the biggest thing where, like, I'm still proud of that aspect, that we haven't let go of that in
Leave
terms
no one-
of
leave no one
we've-
behind,
even
yeah.
even though we've transitioned from like going from a park run, a 45-minute park
Park
run,
run.
was it
Beautiful.
48 minutes?
45,
45,
beautiful,
There for
relaxation.
the- There for the view.
Yeah, very with you.
Get your
You
discovery
can-
points.
At 46 minutes, you're seeing all the view,
No,
bro.
no, no,
all of it.
I'm gonna say you've
All
got
of it.
past the 30 minutes discovery.
Yes.
It's gonna give you your points.
Yeah.
You sorted.
But I think
You
from
know?
that, in terms of that authenticity, right? Like, we've always remained true to who we are. Like,
Yeah, true.
pitch up, we are always gonna drink.
Yeah.
We are gonna be loud. We are gonna drink, and we're gonna have a fucking awesome time. And somewhere in the middle, we're gonna run.
Yeah.
So if you're down for that, like, cool. But even though we went from a park run to an ultra marathon,
Yes.
right? We haven't let go of that.
True.
Like, that's cool for me because, like, you see how people go like, oh, okay, cool. So now all of a sudden you understand, you know, you go from no running to, you know, running your first 5K and then a 10K and then a 21. And now you're running a marathon. And all of a sudden you're throwing out, you know, you've got heel repeats and fart legs and all of this other fancy words.
Why
And you've got a
farting?
code and you've got a coach. But
Explain fart next to me.
I don't know. I see it in the group.
Oh, you see it there.
I
yeah,
see it in
yeah.
the
Okay,
group.
just
When,
checking.
you know, I got threshold and threshold runs and all this other cuck.
Yeah.
But we've always gone, if you can move, you can
Can
run.
run, true.
And
100%.
like the weather, like, I mean, the guys that we have that I've identified with, like, what we try to do, like, on our drafts, like, we have the most random people pitch up.
True.
And then, like, no, but you know, you guys are always so intimidating because you guys are also good looking. And I mean, a lot of the time it's just me, but
My God!
but the thing is also like,
Plug yourself.
I
Listen,
like
you
it's a
deserve.
shot.
You
That's
deserve
a
a shot.
fine. That's
No,
fine.
that's
no,
fine.
this is no, wait, we can hold the plug. This is legit. Okay, this wasn't the good looking thing is not just me, but
He's single, by the way, just guys. He's
I'm not.
the single one.
No,
Swipe
but
right.
in terms of like the plug of you intimidating.
Yeah.
Because you see people having fun and you see people running ultras and marathons and, you know, doing 100 Ks and you see Stefan running for fucking 24 hours. He's nuts, by the way. But you
know
see
why.
people doing shit like that and then you go like, I can't come run with you guys. Like, I can't
But I
come
think
and pitch
that's
up.
what we-
And then when they do,
Yeah.
we walk with them. Like,
Yeah.
you'll have, like, Heine walk with the person, lamppost to lamppost. and run. Okay, just two more posts. And then they come back next week, and then they come back the week after. And then next thing you know, they went for a run on their own, and they come and tell you. Like, that's dope. Like, that's
But
cool,
I think
because
that's
you
what
go
we always
from...
we ask everyone to show up.
To
Yeah,
show up.
just show up.
For
Show
yourself, not for us.
That's them saying. Just show
Because the thing
up.
is, we were there.
100%.
I was never fat, though. Like, I'm just...
No,
I was lazy.
No, I'm not talking
But I was
about
never
that.
fat.
You
No,
sound like you were 32 Levi 501
Never.
your whole life.
32. With these small hips, bruh.
Yeah. This man's a 50. Cheese
No.
star.
So
Yeah.
At best at 29. Like, on my best day.
In a good year.
On my
that's-
best day, like my
I think
fattest.
That's the thing, though. It's like, when you what?
My fattest, thickest day, when I was feeling cute. Like 29.
I got pictures. I got pictures, guys. No, but that's the
I was
thing, though. I
bouncing
think
then,
we just want people to pitch up. We
Yeah.
just
Pitch up for
come in-
yourself, not for us.
Because
We're
we
gonna-
all started somewhere.
Yeah.
I think that's the crazy thing about people, novice runners. They just start. They're like, oh, I can't come. Do you honestly think we came out of the womb running?
Realistic.
Some of us
I mean,
did.
I mean, he came out of the womb with hair like that. I
Yeah.
mean, but I mean,
I wasn't grey, by the way. I didn't get born grey. But
but
I was hanging out with these guys that became grey.
guys,
So,
listen, I shave my head because I can't adapt. But that's the thing, though. I think novice runners always think, oh, I look at you guys, and I'm saying, guy, we started here with a 45-minute park run. We started.
We
there.
started buying our own shoes.
Yes, we started buying.
Now we get free shoes.
We still pay for it.
You pay.
Are you saying you don't pay?
Cheers on, cheers on. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. So
You didn't tell him?
okay, thanks, guys. Cheers. I'm saving for the wedding. Yeah, what the hell? Come on. But I think it's always going to be. I think it's always going to be that way, and it's like, I think it sounds really bad, but as we transition to our latter years, I hope that we are able to keep this going. Not
Are you basically
Fuck,
saying
no.
we're
No.
gonna be that 84-year-old?
no, guy,
No.
guy.
Up the hill.
I
Are you
see-
saying that? Is that
No,
what you're saying?
no. What I'm saying is,
I'm not cupping.
I mean, like the community in Cape Town, the
Yeah.
running, the running. I mean, you think to yourself, right? Cape Town Marathon this year, right?
How's
There's
my
a-
stomach, by the way? Because this is a cock position.
Yeah, it's a nice couch. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like a casting couch.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But I mean, it's just like, I mean, I don't know why. Did I say something funny? Are you okay?
As you were.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Mia Khalifa!
But my thing is though, it's like if I think about it like this year, right? Cape Town Marathon have a competition for cheer zone or crew support. Yeah. And I think that's
It's unfair for us to enter that
no.
because we're going
I
to
think
win
that's
it, so
what's
we're
great
just not gonna take
about
part.
cheer zones and Cape Town Marathon. I think for the first year there's a run, a big run that has actually accepted crews. In that they've like all
They
the
were-
years.
they were forced
because
to,
because
eh?
all the years, most crews, most races would be like, oh, they shun the crew, they shun
Yeah.
your confetti. I mean, last year we had a couple of
Incidents.
at a certain race. We won't plug that race, but it's the most beautiful race apparently. I don't know. But that's the thing, though, whereas it brings it because you see races overseas, Berlin Marathon, the way it is, the vibe, and I think Cape Town Marathon for the first time I've ever said, listen here, guys, come on board, do what you want to do. We're gonna give you this prize money for it, and I think smoke bombs, bubble machines, confetti.
I think that's the whole thing. Is that, like with the cheer zone specifically, right? And guys, honestly, like this year, the crew mile, which is like the cheer zone that, as Jay mentioned, will be like 33 Ks. I'll put my head on the block. I'm not running the marathon this year, so I'm going to be the cheer zone. I'm supporting Jay. But like the cheer zone, the crew cheer zone is where you want to be, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be.
I can't wait to get
It's going to
there.
be the best. It's going to be the
You're
best.
running
it's gonna be
33
the best
Ks to
party.
If I stop at 33 Ks,
Yeah.
guys, just tell me to keep going.
And it's gonna be
Just keep going.
it's gonna be the best party before the after party.
Yeah.
All right. And I think and because the whole idea of the cheer zone is to celebrate runners because
Yeah.
the majority of the people at the cheer zone are runners themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they know what it feels like, and we intentionally we're putting the cheer zone at the 30+ mark purely because that's when
you need it
that's
most.
when you need it most and when you're hurting.
Like really the
Yeah. So, like, whether you're a runner or whether you're not running, and we have the saying, if you're not running, you're cheering.
Yeah.
So we
If you're not cheering,
our
you're
message will
drinking.
be to everybody: if you're not running, be at the crew mile. Come, support your fellow runners. Come support runners, even if you're not a runner.
Yeah, true.
We're gonna bring the vibes. We'll make sure that it'll be worth your while to come out. And if you're a runner,
There won't be coffee though, yeah. There's gonna be no coffee at that time in the morning.
there'll be plenty of places you can buy coffee, but it won't be at the cheer zone.
Yeah.
But and if you're a runner,
To sisters on the other hand, if you can drink to sisters.
Yes.
Like, it really, like...
but I think if you're a runner, like, you know, you're also gonna look forward to the cheer zone, because I think it's if I look through my experience as a runner going to races, it is the crew cheer zone is where you get celebrated, right?
Yeah.
Like you honestly.
These are your people.
100%.
My
These are your
people.
people.
Yeah.
And these are people that are real.
Yeah.
There is no, like, I respect the auntie that gave me a
daddle.
a daddle and a salted potato,
Yeah.
you know, like
Or a
in
little-
Claremont. In Claremont.
In the hand.
I respect her.
I don't think there was salt on my
I
hand.
see you. I see you.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
need you at 33 Ks.
Yes.
You know, at 20, I'm still good. But at 33 Ks, you know, I need you. And that's when the cheer zone comes in, like, quite nicely. So, and guys, like, you know.
I've never experienced a cheer zone, you know that.
How?
Because I'm always fucking cheering.
How would you start running?
But who's going to be cheering?
We
Oh,
will.
wow.
You see what I did there? You see what I did
I'll
there?
tell you now. If
Yeah.
you decide to run
6
the-
months
the
of
marathon,
psychology,
right?
bitches.
We will cheer.
We
if
will
you
cheer.
run.
No, I don't.
I'll run the cheer zone if you decide to do 42. I'll do all the training with you, and I'll do the cheer zone.
I'm not stupid.
A lot of
No,
people,
you know what,
A lot
so-
of people would do.
No, so you know what?
would argue with that.
I've thought about it a few times, and it is on the bucket list. I think you like.
Bucket list for what?
Okay, so if,
No, in
if
terms
Cape
of-
Town
no.
Marathon becomes a world major, will you run it?
What's a world major?
So there's
Oh
six.
God,
there-
okay,
there are
guys.
six.
Okay, I wouldn't.
No,
Okay,
no, you can't
Okay.
because firstly, up until 2 years ago, you didn't know what a threshold was either. So don't come and give me cock now. But I
knew
don't
what the
know.
threshold. I was
No,
married. I
no.
carried someone over the threshold, guy.
Yeah, but
Oh.
you were married.
Okay, cool.
So tell me what the five,
So
six,
there are
whatever.
currently six majors, like marathons
Yeah.
across the world, right? So it's like Chicago, Boston, New York, Tokyo, London. I'm gonna say one Berlin.
Berlin,
All
yeah.
right, that's the six. So Cape Town's bidding to become the seventh.
Yeah.
All right, and it's like, you know, if you're a marathon runner, and you don't earn rands,
Yes.
you are
it's one of those
potentially
iconic-
you're able to you wanna run all those races.
Full the set, you know.
Yeah, 100%. So
you know, with my luck, I say, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And the next year, it's gonna be on that list.
100%. So
Definitely it's going to be on the list.
yeah.
I
And if
don't
it's
see,
not
I
on
don't
the
see
list,
how it can't be
yeah.
on the list next
Yeah, then I don't know.
after this year. I mean, it's just
Okay. If it is on the list, I'll run it next year.
deal.
You've heard it, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you-
No, I'm
Do
saying
not
that.
delete this podcast.
If
Do
it-
not do
if
anything.
if it's on the list
Yes.
of golden
On a world major.
world
World major.
majors,
Yeah.
I will run it.
Okay.
Okay.
And I promise you that if you decide if this happens,
I
right?
won't train for it.
No. You have to train for it. Trust me, guy. Guy.
Check your medical aid plan, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
you're gonna want to check that.
Firstly, when you are on a mountain for 9 hours,
I think you don't have
And
9
there's,
hours.
and there's no cheer zone up
yeah,
there.
and you were lied to by Heine to say, no, we're just gonna go for an hour, and
No.
9 hours later, you're still on the mountain.
Alone.
No, with him.
But you
See,
came,
that-
but you
that-
finished the race smiling though. You
I
came
didn't-
smiling.
I was hurting.
There were certain members of our crew that came.
Oh
to
no,
the-
I passed him.
to
I
the
passed
fi-
him. That's why I say I'm extreme athlete.
Your first thing was like you trusted him.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. That's not
Like,
something I'll do
look,
again.
Jay said he's known for stupid ideas, and
I'll run it.
to be fair, he
I'll run
is.
it.
Yeah.
But
I'll
also,
run
I've been known to challenge some of my fellow crew members with stupid ideas as well, and they've done it because I've had belief in them.
I'll run it if you cycle.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, but see, see, the issue is though, right? Is that
You don't know how to ride a bike?
No, wait, hold on. I have a
You
fear.
don't look good in latex.
No,
Oh.
I look
You
good in
can go
latex.
fast like
Guys, no, my thing is, it's a fear of death.
What do you mean if I
And
do?
you can't die on a
I've
marathon.
I've seen some bad bicycle accidents. I can't be a vegetable guy. I can't be laying in a wheelchair. It's just,
And for that reason, that's why I don't surf, brah.
why?
Have you seen? I can't chat up a gun with one arm. How do you do that?
Like, first of all, you need to be able to swim properly.
Yeah, like-
No, I would I would need a bicycle. I don't have a bicycle.
I can get you a bicycle.
Oh, don't you worry about that. I've done the cycle to a few years, and I've never
I feel
owned
like there's a
one
lot of-
bike.
Guys, first of all, can we just put a disclaimer now, Eddie? Heine's not normal, okay? This is a man that goes to gym. He does a session before we have a running session. So, I mean, he's doing legs before we're doing leg work on the road. So he's just not. I mean, you can't be saying anything.
You want to
like-
talk about that, Tiny? Like just in terms of.
Yeah, why would you do that?
I feel like I need to be on the couch.
like
and you,
who hurt
somebody
you,
sit
bruh?
here
Like,
asking
who
me
hurt you?
questions
Who hurt you?
about like.
Who
but
hurt
that's-
you?
that's- should
Because
I
you
not be
go
lying
to
on the
gym-
couch and you
No,
guys should be
because you
asking
go
me
to
this
gym
question?
At 5 o'clock, you train for an hour.
And then you
Then you don't even break a
fuck me up
sweat.
on a run.
You glisten.
Guys,
And then you go for a
as per
run.
Kanye's instructions, let's pull it back to running.
No, we are
Okay,
talking
let's
about
focus
running.
on the running. Let's focus on the
Because
running.
you were at gym
Let's
and
bring
now
this
you go
together
for
here.
running.
Let's bring this together, yeah? Okay.
So
Where were we? Where were we?
Cape Town Madden. We now.
You were gonna have a shot, actually. I don't know.
No, you were meant to have a shot.
I think it's these are the 15th.
It's the 15th of October, yes.
Yeah. So 15th of October.
I thought you were doing
I think I'm.
Do you know, can I just say that? Somebody asked me the other day, actually, like, why is there so much hype around Cape Town Marathon if you were going to run a marathon? And this was somebody who's never run a marathon. And,
Yeah.
Who's this person?
You can
No,
name
it's
it,
not
Shane.
my name.
we were
Name
named,
shame.
and she was saying to me like yes, it is a female. She was saying to me like she wants to run a marathon, but like she feels there's so much pressure with running Cape Town Marathon because there's so much publicity around it and there's commercialization around it. And I said that, you know what? It's
You
probably
just go
because
for yourself.
Yes. There's only one glass here, brother.
But there's two there.
There's the other one.
okay.
Okay, chuck it.
And I actually said to her, I said, you know, until last year, it was a relatively flat marathon. And then we
Wait,
decided to go
last
through
year?
this 36.
Oh, yeah,
Until
yeah,
last
yeah,
year.
yeah.
And now they brought it back and they made it slightly more flat. But I said, that, you know what, you run through parts of Cape Town that is a
You're
scenic.
pulling for your mom.
What's that?
If Frank must see you pull shots like this, he's going to be upset.
Is that Nachmal?
It looks like it. Like holy water.
Sorry, Audrey.
Yeah. Audrey, we love you. Cheers.
Cheers, boys.
Just was.
Bring it back to running, eh? That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Who is this girl, by the way? Does that mean Welby?
But the point is this. Like,
Wow.
there's a reason that
no
it
limit or
has so
anything.
much prestige and hype.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that it wants to become a world major, because you know it's a beautiful race.
Run by beautiful people.
100%.
Cheered.
Cheered by beautiful people.
By handsome men.
By handsome men. You
Oh,
know.
guy.
Thank
Rugged.
you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
There are extreme
I'll call you
athletes. Why are you on the Red Bull?
I don't like. I don't like to have a tequila and then like have a beer afterwards. Red Bull's good. This, by the way, this Juneberry. You guys did this right, eh?
Shout out to Andrew.
Andrew.
If
Cheers.
you guys
Red
have not
Bull.
met Andrew, Andrew is.
He was supposed to do the marathon this year. I think.
Yeah.
Andrew, don't know
I
what
saw
happened.
Andrew run the marathon last year, and let me tell you,
Yeah, he was hurting. Eh?
that guy was hurting.
Hurting.
That
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
was in the pain cave.
Yo,
Let
guy.
me
Lot of
tell
this.
you,
Yeah.
Lot of this
Yeah.
beforehand.
And this year there was a lot of needles. I didn't know what were the needles.
You know,
in the leg was-
there's the reason say it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Andrew started well. Did not finish really well.
But thanks for the Red Bull. We love you.
Yeah.
I'll have after it because I'm going to need a Red Bull to drive home. But
Big
great.
fan of your work, Drew.
Yeah.
So
Still
yeah.
waiting for my case of Red Bull that you promised. But okay, we're not going to get into that because we're talking about running.
Yeah.
So what more what is there to say about, like, I mean,
This year, I think this year, if I look at the route, right, I mean, it is probably the best one that I've run. I mean, I think anything is better than, like we said.
Can you
but
just,
to be fair, also this
can
is
you-
also the first year you've got a coach.
No, I'm just talking.
you can still fuck the race up.
Yeah.
Even with a coach. Like,
Yes.
you're not, you can still
I
fuck
mean,
it up.
I should-
Like, let's
I
not.
Okay.
mean, look at United.
Yeah.
Got a coach.
I told myself
We were supported
That's
United.
low,
from the 1st of October, I was supposed to be clean.
1st of October.
When you say clean, define
Because
clean.
Firstly,
Clean. No alcohol.
Do you mean no PEDs, no performance
Firstly,
enhancing
firstly,
drugs,
you
or
got
what
a
are you
coach.
No.
but so can I just say something? So
Does
for-
your coach practice what he preaches? If he's expecting you to be
Guys,
clean,
nobody should be preaching, guys.
nobody's preaching. We're not here. We don't throw stones, guys.
But like I said, I think this year the route is great.
Can we now? That's my point. Can you? Because everybody's gonna like for the millions that's gonna watch this particular podcast.
Yeah.
But
Can you
probably the
quantify-
most views
Yes.
ever.
ever.
I mean, what's the
on
most
running
views you had
podcast.
so far?
I am like,
What's the most views you
Yeah,
had so
hey,
far? Come on.
give us what is it?
Eight.
At least use your fingers. She is sitting there. She's lying. But just
What is it?
The hostess.
35.
The
The
hostess
hostess
with
was
the
the
mostest.
mostest.
35. Do you want a shot? Because you're very quiet there.
What is the most?
And by the way, her nails
what is
look
the most
amazing.
views
Show
the
them the
running
Friday
podcast
nails.
has,
Friday
had?
nails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see you wear that socks at your next run.
I am gonna wear ladies.
Oh, you know
I
what?
wear them at my club.
Rose all day
Day.
in those pink socks.
But
Yeah?
my point being that because you were talking about the run and it being
Yeah.
the best run, right? So can you quantify? Because like when people I'll go home or
Yeah.
I'll pop in by like a friend or a family member after
Yeah.
cheer zone, looking
You
completely
ain't
fucked.
popping in nowhere,
No,
son.
no, I am. Like I'm
Stamina.
strong. But because you talk about running 42K.
Yeah.
Like, and then you try and quantify it. And you go like, where's the start? Oh no, so you start here and then you run here and then you run there.
I'll explain to you why.
Like, but
I
and
just
then
think
you start to like, because when you start there, you're starting in like, for example, with one of the other races,
Yeah.
right, in Newlands, so start in
Yeah.
Newlands, and you're running towards.
outside Cubana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we not
Old
talking?
Cuban.
We're not plugging any other races.
No,
No,
we,
no,
we,
we're not.
no, we
No,
don't
no,
do that.
yeah.
We don't do that. We all work in marketing here,
Yeah.
so we don't plug other people's
Yeah.
unless they
Yeah.
give us stuff.
I mean, they don't provide dinner and
Yeah.
drinks.
Exactly.
And that ballot system is warned, man.
That's one cuck.
Yeah,
One cuck.
if we can pay, we must run. Let the people run.
But you know, on that note, you
Let
should
the
run.
people run.
You should run for charity. That's a good
Yeah.
option. Run for charity. Don't do the ballot system.
Not everybody can be Wesley Fung, though.
No, he's done a few
No, I've done all my races. Have been for charity.
for charity.
I've done
St. Luke's,
all,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
St. Luke's
No
Hospice.
plug.
No, we'll give St. Luke's Hospice
Yeah.
a plug. But my point being is that like you quantify like the start, like you know, and like checkpoints, so people can understand. Like, because when you talk about
So are you
42Ks
asking? Are you asking Makes to give
No, I'm
a play-by-play through
No,
the?
I'm saying like
Why I
quantify,
think- why I think
quantify
it's-
like
I
how
think-
much work goes into it. Like, because you talk about running and training for 12 weeks.
Yeah.
And then you run 42Ks. And you don't think about it. But then when you think about like how far it is, like quantify. It's, yeah, it's gak far. And then on top of that, you want to run it in under 4 hours.
The thing is, though, it's like
Not just finish. You want to run it under 4
There's
hours.
a bit
Like
of-
it's a
okay,
moose
so-
effort.
So my reason why I think the route is great this year, right, is just I think as Cape Town, we have a lot to show off. We know Cape Town
Beautiful.
is a beautiful
Best
city,
city in the world.
and I think it takes in all of those aspects. I mean, Rondebosch Common. Yeah, it was a bit dodgy.
Yeah, I know,
You
I
don't
know,
want to be
I know.
running there 5 o'clock in the morning, but we all know the Common. We all go there. You've all been there. I think you ran past Red Cross.
Hartleyville Stadium.
Yeah. I don't know what Article, but okay. I mean, South River or Salt River. We go.
Shout out to Nasif.
Nakes.
And Nakes and all
Nakes,
the
yeah.
Salt River boys.
And then you go and you go past Woodstock, where the new people know it as an old biscuit mill. You know, guys, we know it as Woodstock, and yeah,
Formerly known as Woodstock,
Stock,
known
yeah,
as
Lower
the
Salt
new
River.
biscuit.
The part that you used
Yeah.
to drive past
The
very
new-
quickly.
Yeah, the new gentrified version of it. We all go to concerts there now. It's like old biscuit mill. Yeah, we were there before. Don't worry. But I think you go through all of Cape Town and what it has to offer, right? I mean, yes, it was last year. It's great. You went through District 6. It was hard, and the climb, yeah, it wasn't great. But at least as an international runner, you
100%.
felt. I mean,
That's why I didn't understand that year when we ran our first one.
through Port Island.
We go through Port Island. You travel. I saw a guy from China.
I've never gone to Port
He
Island.
comes all the way from China to run Cape Town Marathon.
But
We take him
that's
to Port
holiday
Island.
destination. You see,
Why
you've
the
been to
hell
China.
would you take an international
Railway
to Port
lines and
Island?
I've been
factory
to
workers.
China. I've been to China. That is fucking plush property. That is. I've been to Guangzhou and Shenzhen, bro. That's first class.
Did you just pronounce it Haitian over there?
Guy,
Yes.
it just rolled of his
Speaks
tongue.
Mandarin.
Say chow mein.
By the
Yeah.
way, Jason Single.
Yeah, just single everyone. But
I love a noodle.
I think obviously, everybody swears when you have to now go past the finish line. You must fuck
That's
down.
cuck, though.
You must
To
go
a Peninsula
That is-
Hotel.
that's
the Peninsula.
mental-
I mean,
that's
the
mental
Peninsula
torture.
Hotel is not even great. Now you go all the way to the Peninsula and then turn around. You must just want to stop there by someone and say, but you lady water. But I mean, you have to show that. I mean,
100%.
it's what Cape Town's about.
I think they've put some thought into it, like in
Yeah,
terms of
much
this, right?
better.
And they've
I
listened.
think
and
they've
they've
listened to
definitely
all the
listened.
criticism.
Yeah, so I think from
It was abuse.
Well, let's be honest. Kipchoge is not going to come run if it means going through District 6. He will
He's
not.
not going to run to Port Island.
100%. 100%.
I mean, where's he going to go to Port Island? You might as well take the man through Brooklyn. You know, I mean, it's just like...
what happens in Brooklyn?
No, I'm
so
just
good.
saying Brooklyn,
Past the sun.
Port Island, you know.
But makes
We got ministers. there.
as a marathon runner now.
You see?
Why?
How do you know
why?
somebody ran a marathon? They will tell you.
No, I've never even
Like
said...
NBA candidates.
No. I'm just saying, as a
I can't
marathon
afford to be
runner,
an NBA candidate.
and you've mentioned a few times now the hurt you go through,
Yes.
and everything else goes.
Why do
and
you do it?
and the prep. That's exactly what I'm saying. Why do you come back? Why do you do it?
And why do you do
No,
it?
no, I'm asking the questions, Jay. Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
my
you-
bad.
you know the thing.
Can you see?
He's in the main chair.
I'm in the,
main chair, yeah.
I'm in the little
Why
seat.
do you
You
do
in the on the couch.
Why do you do it?
Why do I do it? Every year I tell myself I'm not gonna fucking do it.
Yeah, but it's like saying like every time I tell myself I'm not having fucking tequila, and guess what?
Yeah, but it's nice at least. The tequila that
Until
is.
you ninja bomb at 2:35 in the morning without saying goodbye.
Yeah, that's
that
what
would be me. That is me.
Listen here.
I've ninja bombed many times. Don't worry.
Yeah, I've ninja bombed and still to do a 21k. Burp, tequila the whole way. I've through a 21k.
But that's what we are
Now
about.
that's a real athlete.
We
though.
show up.
Listen,
We
I've
are
got
extreme.
it. Listen, we've been out in the night, and I've got it on at 2:00. The race starts at 6. You get to the start like a minute 2:06. You reek of alcohol.
And then you say, "Sorry, Mochi."
Yeah.
Just
and you get to halfway, and you're like, "Guy, I can't anymore. I need that coke at the finish line." So you bolt just to get that. But the reason why I think it's just
See, in seriousness.
seriousness.
Like, why do you
So
do
yeah,
it?
so when this year, I got a coach. Shout out Mike. I got a coach this year, and it's the
Was
thing.
he the only one available?
Only one I could afford. No, but the reason I
Payment
do
plan.
yeah, the reason why I do it right is it tests you. It's a mental. It's as much as a mental and physical.
Clusterfuck.
No, it's physically yes you're broken, but mentally I swear to you, you get to know yourself intimately. I think and
a lot of thinking can be done at 42 kilometers.
trust me, you think
At 5 hours being on the road, you
Yeah.
think a lot.
I will honestly tell you now, right? Like the very first marathon that we did together,
yeah.
and I will be honest. I'll tell you, I've got the picture if you want to see it. Is that I finished my marathon at like myself and Heine had a thing of like man for himself, God for
Good
Amo.
for Amo.
When we get to a certain mark, if you're strong, go. If I can't go with you, I'll get to the finish. And I got to the finish. He had been there for about an hour already.
2 hours.
Yeah, whatever. He was there. And the only person that I wanted to see was Heine. And we hugged. We had
I remember that photo.
yeah,
and
we
I
had a
was like,
hug.
yeah.
We had a bit of a...
There was a bit of
There was a lot of pollen and dust and all that stuff.
Emo. Real men cry, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, real men
Yeah.
cry.
We had-
I'm not trying to hide it. You guys were emotional.
No, we had a bit of...
Whatever.
You know the
Like,
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
talk like what kind, like you just got emotional, or like Armageddon
No,
when
it-
Bruce Willis
it's-
and when
Oh, Bruce Willis.
So you
yeah.
pull an Armageddon moment.
Oh,
after
Armageddon,
the-
yeah. Armageddon move. But that's the thing, though.
I like that.
It does test you in so many things. And like you said, when you get to 30Ks, it's not physical anymore.
Yeah.
It's just about mentally. Are you able to do those last? Listen here, I'll tell you now. To get to the 30K, it can be done. But let me tell you something. That last 12Ks,
Mental.
hey guy, you will know yourself.
I think and I think that's the cool thing. Sorry, H. I think that's the cool thing about like marathon runners. I mean, I joke like I said earlier on. How do you know you're a marathon runner? They will tell you they're running a marathon.
Yeah.
But the reality is that everybody can do the same training.
100%.
And we've seen it,
100%.
right? And on the training runs, everybody's super
Oh, he's
strong.
stronger.
They're strong and they
Yeah.
drop you, and you look like you just basically woke up and you didn't finish 18 or 30 Ks or
Yeah.
whatever. But on the race day, like I see it being at Cheer Zone. Like you see like people question the decisions that they've made.
True.
And it's either do I just call it quits, or do I finish? Do I dig deep? And
Trust me,
you
you-
start
A
to
spade ain't gonna help you.
no, but you
think-
see it, right? And I think that's the difference between people that
But Jay,
You
so
can't-
I don't have a word for it. I don't have a word for it,
I'm gonna break your
though.
word
I don't
now.
have a word for it, though,
But in
because-
essence, like a marathon, in my eyes, and considering that I'm the only guy here with gray hair,
No, I
So
got gay. It's just not straight.
I'm taking his wisdom.
Yeah.
But a marathon's like a metaphor of life, right?
True.
Like
But that's what
you're gonna go. I know that.
That's the thing.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah,
what I'm
that
alluding
30K
to.
mark is
You're gonna go through like times like in life where you're like, shit, life is great. I'm feeling strong.
Strong,
Like
yeah.
and you went out to the plan and you've written down those goals in life, and you've written down those checkpoints.
Yeah.
At 10Ks, I'm gonna hit this
Yeah.
point. At 21Ks,
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit that. And then all of a sudden the wheels start coming off, and you're just like, oh shit, I did not see that happening. And okay,
Yeah.
so what am I gonna do? Like, okay, now you like, did I prepare for this? Did I not prepare for this? And then you start like going through like all this kind of
Self-doubt.
doubting yourself, and it's life,
Yeah.
right? You start doubting yourself,
Imposter
and then
syndrome.
you 100% imposter
God,
syndrome.
clever guys. Fuck it. You are not just
like I mean, like
Yeah.
no. Then you go through like imposter syndrome, and like, why the fuck am I running a marathon? Like I'm not a marathon runner, so why the fuck am I here?
like-
no. But then you go through, and then you get to the chill zone,
So- and
then
then it was like,
then there are people that believe in you,
Yes.
that are celebrating you.
Come on, Ivy, you got this.
100%.
Come on, you grey-haired bitch.
There we go. There are guys that are celebrating you,
Yes.
and have belief in you.
Even-
And guess
even-
what? You start believing in yourself,
Yeah.
and you
Even
realize
in your darkest hour, you
100%.
see those people, and
100%.
like now, like even now, as a marathon runner, I mean, I'm not in
you're an elite in my eyes, man.
not elite, but what I'm saying is, at 30Ks, it's going to.
It's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt.
But for me now, like I know if I get to 30Ks, I get to the cheer zone, the guys are gonna G you up. I'll take my swig of Jack Black. I'll have like a bit of a sip. I'll spit the rest out because like, what the hell are you doing, you idiot?
Yeah.
And then keep going, and they will give you energy.
And you
that's like-
know there's gonna be a photographer.
Yes.
So you know, like I did last year, I was hurting. I cramped at 32Ks. But I knew at 33,
For 1K, he cramped for
I
1K.
knew the 33
Yes.
is gonna be a cheer zone.
Yeah.
So I walked and I saw the cheer zone ahead, and I picked up my stride, and I know the photographer's there.
Yeah.
But you know, because nobody likes an Instagram photo. It
Yeah.
doesn't look good, right?
You slumming over, your
Get
stomach
on.
is hanging.
Because
No, guys.
you know post race,
Yeah.
those guys are gonna be like,
Photos
there's
live
a
forever.
photos live forever.
Yeah.
Live forever. If
You
not
know,
on the
the
gram, it
once
didn't happen.
once on the web, you
Yo,
know,
guys.
you're
On the gram,
done.
it
You're
didn't
done. You're
happen.
done.
No,
So-
once it's in a WhatsApp group, guy, the
they'll
people
shame
keep
you.
files.
No,
guys.
once it's in a WhatsApp group, they
Yeah.
make
5
they
minutes.
make stickers.
They make stickers.
They make stickers.
You youngsters
You
make
get
You make
now.
stickers.
Now, guys.
Yeah.
You hear this? You're getting told 5
They
minutes.
you get they make stickers.
They
Eh?
tell you 5 minutes. We need to wrap this cock up here now.
Or is it
And I'm
5
sure
minutes? 5 minutes.
it's
5 minutes. 5
Okay,
minutes.
okay, let's bring it back to running.
Yes.
Okay, so hold on. So the one thing I wanted to mention, just in terms of reason we're here.
You
right?
got 30 seconds.
No, fuck 30 seconds.
Yeah,
You
okay.
can't tell me.
That's what-
I'm a
that's the
fucking
game, right?
Adult. You're not going to waste me 30 seconds. So the one thing I want to say is that the crew, we here because of a cock idea you had.
Yes,
And a
a
couple
very
of
stupid
people,
idea, yeah.
A
Who,
couple
me?
of people, yeah.
It was you.
You said
It was
let's
a
go
stupid
run a
idea.
race. You said
I'll
let's
own
go
it.
run a race.
I'll own it.
Right? And we had 9 other crazy assholes
Yeah.
that agreed to it. And 8 years later, we have what we have. It's been absolutely
Amazing journey.
amazing.
It's
What
been,
a
it's been an amazing race.
What a run. A race.
Yeah.
It's been an amazing
And
race.
the thing is also that other 9 guys, the OGs who we refer to,
100%.
I think, we wouldn't be
There's 7.
It's 7. He said 10 of us.
It's 10 of us and we 3 years, so it's the 7. He said he's clever
No,
earlier, but it
firstly-
doesn't matter. 10 minus 3 is 7, by the way.
Firstly,
If we haven't mentioned
firstly
before,
I
James is
said
single, by the
one,
way.
Yeah.
one plus the other 9. You need to listen. You're hearing, but you're not listening.
Oh, God.
So the
Linda,
other 9
Linda.
guys that
Linda, are you
bought
listening?
into,
Linda.
bought into the whole concept of what we did, right? We wouldn't. I don't think we would have been here. And then
Yeah.
obviously it's been morphed and other people
Have joined.
have joined on because we were authentic to who
Yeah.
we were. The one thing I want to mention before we wrap up, because now she's saying 3 minutes. It's a cock story. But
3,
um,
4.
The one thing I want to mention is that you've always made sure black people buy into the crew culture.
Yeah.
When you run your race, and I'm not going to run a race anytime soon, unless it's on that Golden 7 list.
Until it becomes a major.
And
Yeah.
then he's going to ride to the August.
Yeah.
But when you run
Oh,
your
wait,
race
don't
and you
fall
come
over,
to an
die.
after party, that is the best. You make sure you come to after and wear your fucking medal.
Yes.
Please,
100%.
wear your fucking medal.
And where you merch? Where you merch?
And if you don't have merch,
Contact me.
contact
me.
Mark.
Phone me.
Mark's in charge of merch.
Yeah. So-
because you know why we have merch?
Because we want to look liquor.
100%. Running is okay.
Yeah.
But if
We
you're
want
not
to-
looking liquor,
Liquor.
what's
Exactly.
the fucking point?
Yeah.
Right? Right?
Look good, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
We
I'm
are
saying.
dying. But,
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, when you go into a car and you want to be in a nice suit, a nice dress. So when you're dying on the road,
100%.
look good. I mean,
And we
if-
don't do double XL, I'm just saying.
Yeah, if you need double XL,
First time that happened to me, I promise.
yeah. But so yeah.
But
KJ
shout out. It's been, you know what? Like, to the point, it's been a race the last 8 years, it's season 8.
Yeah.
we're not stopping.
We're not
it's
done.
a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Yeah.
Like, we're here for a good time and a long time. So we hope to see you come race day, whether we see you on the road as a runner, or whether we see you at the cheer zone supporting runners, or whether we see
even
you
be
at the after party
The most important.
celebrating.
Yeah.
The after party is the real marathon.
Yes.
Let's be
Yes.
real. Let's be real. Right? So here's
Anybody-
everyone thinks they're an athlete.
Everybody thinks they're an athlete until they come
stand
to
at the bar.
until you come to a CRRC after party.
Yeah.
And then
Everybody can throw a party.
100%.
Everybody think you can have some pizzas and canapes and slatta moose bush in there. See?
He's got culture, guys.
Culture.
He's single. He's single.
English.
Yeah. No, I mean,
But Charlotte, like from CRRC and Cool Runnings, we just want to say shout out to everyone that's taking part in the marathon this year. We wish you all the best. We kind of we're gonna be there out cheering for you. We're gonna be there running next to you. We're gonna be there celebrating you. Like we are part of the community.
And we ask you to
100%.
Yes.
We
Join
ask
us.
you. We ask you to show up. Show up at the start line. Show up at our shakeout run this coming Wednesday. The
Any shakeout
11th.
runs that you see on
everyone.
socials, join
Support the
cruise.
community,
Taco
right?
runs on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Tacos and tequilas on a Wednesday.
But what? And I'm gonna do a shameless plug. I just want to shout out to all our partners that have supported us over the years, that have believed in us.
Yes.
Sakoni, Sakani.
Yeah.
Sakini.
Mia.
To Mia.
One random email.
Yeah.
And look where we are.
Me,
Like,
Mia's
Nick,
Mia's part of the
Nick
family.
of Albudo.
But Nick from
Nick.
Albudo, we can go on and on, but we've been fortunate to have great, amazing partners. But more importantly, we've been fortunate to be part of Cape Town's running community, and running in Cape Town is thriving at the moment.
Yeah.
And if you're not a runner, flip. I would honestly consider becoming one, because it's a lot of fun, and if we'll put it out there again. The fun bus, come find us.
Come find us.
Come find us.
Cheers.
On that
Right.
note, let's have a
Kanya.
tequila.
Cheers. Thank you for having us.
Thank you to Kanya. All right, shout out to Kanya. Kanya, come.
Come
on,
here.
shout out. Shout out to Kanya.
Come, sit on
You know what I'm saying?
Come to the.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, center. He's got the grey hair. Sit in my center.
I am married though, by the way. Yeah.
No, sit there.
No. Pull him.
You wanted us here.
Pull in.
We told you.
No, thanks to Kanya for actually inviting us.
Thanks, everybody.
No, shout out to everyone who voted for us to be
Yes.
here. All right.
Did they
Right?
vote?
Literally.
Yeah,
Don't
100%.
cuck.
Listen.
Hold on, you didn't say
tough.
that.
It was
We were like the ANC.
It was
We were like
the
the
thing I
ANC.
put out on Instagram, and people literally came in for CRRC, and you guys were the top nominated people.
Top nominated.
Top
Oh,
nominated.
you need to lead with that.
Yeah.
Next
Cheers,
time.
boys.
That's
And
like
lady.
it looks like it's a thumbnail, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Thank you so much, guys.
We'll see
Thank
you
you.
in
We'll see
9
you
days'
next
time.
weekend. Cheers, guys.
See you,
All the
beautiful.
best.
You guys knew we were number one. I just feel so validated.
By the way, Jason's single.
This episode is brought to you by SoundSpeed, the sound specialists.